Version control. In this video we will learn about describing version control, committing source code with Git and merging version with Git. A method or system that organizes various project files and protects modifications to them. We typically use them for source control. Version Control System or VCS provides a common central place to store and manage project files. So latest project version is accessible. Git is the common version control system developed by Linus Torvalds, who created Linux operating system. It is a distributed version control system. There are several components of Git. There is a working directory. It is a home subdirectory where all source files are created, modified and reviewed. The staging area is a hidden subdirectory named .git. The .git directory is created by git init command. Working directory source files are registered into this area via git add command. Local repository contains each project file's history and remote repository is typically a cloud-based location nowadays. There are many popular Git cloud-based repositories: GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket, Launchpad. Now, we will learn about how we will commit changes in version control system like Git. To create a local Git environment, we do following steps. We create a working directory, we initialize the .git directory, we set up local repository. Options: establish your remote repository for committing source file in Git. We create or modify the source files. We add the files to the staging area. We commit the files to the local repository and we push the files to the remote repository. Let's talk little bit about Git configuration commands. We use git config -- global user.name and we pass first name space last name in double quotes. This is gonna set a name that is identifiable for credit when reviewing version history. We got the git config -- global user.email to set an email address that will be associated with each history marker. Then we use git config -- global color.ui auto, which sets the automatic command line coloring for easy reviewing of changes. So, let's talk about some of the Git setup commands. So, there is git init, which initialize an existing directory as a Git repository. Git clone, and we pass a URL to retrieve an entire repository from a hosted location via URL. The Git commit commands are git status, which shows modified files in working directory staged for the next commit. Git add pass a file name, adds a file as it looks now to your next commit. Git commit -m with description message will commit the staged content to new commit snapshot. Git snapshot command include git reset followed by file name, which will instage the file while retaining the changes in the working directory. It will remove the file from the queue. Git diff will take the difference of what is changed but not staged. Git diff -staged will take the difference of what is staged but not committed yet, an area within a local repository for a particular project section. By default, Git stores work in the master branch. You can have multiple branches for a project. For an example, you may have a master branch for production software, a development branch for software being developed, and a test branch for software being tested. There are several branch commands we are gonna talk about here. Git branch lists your branches. An asterisk will appear next to the current active branch. Git branch name will create a new branch at the current commit. Git checkout switches to another branch and checks it out into your working directory. Git merge. Branch name. Merge the specified branch's history into the current one. Git log shows all commits in the current branch's history. In this video, we learned about what version control is and what is Git. We learned about how to initialize the repository and adding files in it. How to modify and commit changes in staging area, local repository and remote repository, and managing the branches in Git. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.